Believe it or not, but dating back in the mid-70s in a small town called Port Coquitlam, known as Poco, we had a strange sighting. We were going to Bible school in the early evening when we had a situation arise after the Bible class was finished. We heard the strange sound coming, it sounded like from above the building. We dispersed, came out of the building. The priest, or the pastor I should say, was flipping through his Bible, looking for a phrase, trying to comfort us children. We started to yell and scream. Some of us were excited, some were scared. We ended up trying to get his car keys into the car to open up the vehicle to get his camera out. The pastor was saying, get my camera, stay indoors. People were yelling and screaming and pointing up. We had a really strange, bizarre event happen. People call them UFOs. I call them just visitors, if you may. It ended up, the noise you cannot pinpoint, because to this day I've never ever heard another sound like it. I've never ever seen anything like this, ever in my whole entire life. I'm in 35 now. It scared us, but at the same time it just fortified that human beings on the planet Earth, we think we're infallible, we think we're everything, but we're not. There's something else out there. And when I think about it, I get scared, I get nervous, but at the same time I think, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Whoever, whatever it was, they visit us. During this whole scenario, my sister and I went to run 2 blocks down to catch my mother, who always arrived at the end of Bible study to walk us home, because I would have just been in my elementary years at that time. My mother, I don't know if she's seen it, but she definitely heard it. Her friend, Kathy, was screaming and pointing in the sky. We looked up to see just the midst of it fly off within a blink. Now, people can say it's reality, people can say it's a story, people can say whatever they want, but you'll know once you've seen it yourself. We're not alone. We have whatever you want to call it out there, visitors. I don't think they're our friends, considering things that have happened throughout later on in the years. But when you have time lapses, you have different bizarre things that when you try and tell people, they think you're psychotic, they think you're nuts, and you end up bearing it. But that's my story, the part that I want to share, because it's really, bizarre. But take it or leave it.
And the sound was like a humming or winding, a very undescribing sound, and the children were frightened yet excited about, and were telling me all about it. I didn't see it, but I heard it, and it was like a swishing wow, like that's what it sounded. Have you ever
heard a sound before or since?
No, never. And I didn't hear it before, or I've never heard it since. But it's very hard to describe what it was. It was unusual, and it didn't sound like anything I've ever heard before in my life.